say to earth, seek your face. Our hearts reply, your face we see.
Hi, I'm Caroline Buck. I'm 17 and I had anorexia. I just felt the world was flying out of control under me, and I tried to respond by trying to control it all, which didn't work, and then I fell and wasted away mentally and physically, and then God came back in and picked up all the pieces, and now I've learned to trust in His plan.
My name is Carly Holman. I am 18 years old and I have struggled with anorexia. I was a slave to perfectionism, but God has taught me with the help of a dietitian and a therapist that I don't need to be perfect, and that putting Him first in my life is the only thing that's going to bring me real joy.
Hi, my name is Brooke Carlucci. I'm 17 years old, and my junior year of high school I struggled with an eating disorder. And I gave all my hope to the world and just not God, and I was pleasing myself and just others around me instead of putting my focus on God. And finally I just realized at the end of it all that God was all I needed, and I surrendered.
Hi, my name is Paige Hawkins. I'm 17 years old. I'm a senior. I'll be attending Grand Canyon in the fall, and my dad is Jack Hawkins, so I'm the pastor's kid, and this is a part of my story. So I would definitely call myself a perfectionist. In sports, I'm always trying to be the best I can, and if I have a bad game or something, I'm completely bummed out because I wanted to do as well as I can. And same with school. I have a 4.5 GPA, and I'm always studying to try and get the best grade because just everything in my life, I really strive for perfection and just the best that I can do anything. So I really didn't recognize it as a problem until one day when my mom returned from Haiti and she realized that I looked really small. And I just kind of denied it and said that nothing was wrong with me. And then it was at my birthday dinner not too long after when I ordered a really small plate of food, and I just remember my mom looking over at me and me looking back at my mom, and I just kind of broke down, and I think it was then that we both realized there was a problem. And so when we went home, we scheduled a doctor's appointment, and it was at that doctor's appointment we realized that I was about 5'7" and weighed 105 pounds. So then began my road to recovery, and this started with meeting a nutritionist and a therapist, so I would usually have weekly meetings with them. It was a lot harder than I thought to reintroduce those foods into my diet, and I just had kind of this restrictive nature against them. My dad, he was trying to be helpful, but he came off a little pushy to me at that time, and he would just always be forcing ice cream or brownies or milkshakes on me because he likes those things a lot too. I actually call him a fat man in a skinny man's body because he basically eats whatever he wants and still stays super thin. And this wasn't just hard on me, but it was hard on my parents as well. My dad just kind of wanted a quick fix, and he just thought he could just push those milkshakes on me and it would be easy and I'd get my weight back on. But it was also a mental healing, and I don't think we realized that at first. And my mom, I think she was just kind of heartbroken, and watching her daughter go through this, I mean, you never really want your child to go through something like this, so I just think she was kind of devastated at a point. But after a year, I finally hit my goal weight, and it was just such an amazing feeling, and it was that moment that I really realized I'm so glad that my parents pushed me, and even though it was hard at the time, and I would get angry and frustrated with them, I was really glad that they did it. So it's been over a year since I hit my goal weight, and it's just been such an amazing feeling. I've even been able to recognize warning signs in other girls who I can tell are starting to begin an eating disorder or maybe have been going through it. I just really believe that it was God's timing, because at first I wanted Him to heal me just right away, and I kept praying and praying for health over and over again. But it was also a mental healing, and it took a lot longer, and I needed that time, and God knew that, and that's just when I learned that God's timing is perfect. In Romans 5 it says, "Because we know that suffering produces perseverance, perseverance character, and character hope." And this is just a really meaningful verse for me because I really want to use my suffering to help others. And I've even decided to major in nursing because during this whole process I figured out that I was really passionate about health and about the body and how complicated it can be. And I just really want that to be one of my passions in life, and just to help others with their health because I struggled so much with mine. And I just really want God to use my suffering to help others.
You say to